Hello, Sarah here from the Bureau with a severe weather update on the hot and windy conditions that are developing across southeastern parts of the country, bringing elevated fire dangers and damaging winds to some. So let's see what is driving these hot and windy conditions. So here we've got this cold front and a trough with these hot, dry and gusty northwesterly winds ahead of it, bringing maximum temperatures of 34 degrees for both Adelaide and Melbourne, 27 degrees for Hobart, and those winds are expected to peak across the Tasmania area. However, the elevated fire dangers are expected to peak across the mainland, where we do have a fire weather warning that is current with extreme fire dangers across large parts of southeast and South Australia, excluding the Adelaide area, but including the Mount Lofty Ranges, and then for Victoria, including the Wimmera, Mallee and Northern Country fire districts. Now, any fires that get going within these orange areas will be very difficult to control, and farmers who are harvesting are being encouraged to postpone any paddock work for today. So we also have a severe weather warning for those damaging winds, so wind gusts in excess of 100 kilometres per hour throughout central and northeastern parts of Tasmania. So winds of this strength have the potential to bring down trees, power lines, cause power outages, create hazardous driving conditions, but they are expected to ease through central parts later this afternoon, but will be a little bit longer to ease throughout the northeast, and that will be later this evening. So let's see that front moving across. It's due to move through Hobart at around 4 p.m. this afternoon, Adelaide 5 p.m, while for Melbourne 7 p.m. this evening. Now it's going to be Melbourne that will see the sharpest temperatures drop. In fact, 10 to 15 degrees dropped within an hour of that front moving through. Now, also worth noticing is that you can't see any or not much shower or storm activity with regards to the rainfall. However, looking at the thunderstorm outlook, thunderstorms are actually possible across southeastern parts of South Australia, western and central parts of Victoria as well. So this is indicating that these are dry thunderstorms with dry lightning. Now, the concern with dry lightning is that they can ignite new fires, and in particular across the Wimmera, where this dry lightning is possible, and it coincides where those extreme fire dangers are occurring today. Now, as we move into tomorrow, that cold front is actually expected to weaken and skirt out into the Tasman Sea with this trough and the heat lingering across northern parts of Victoria, with these gusty northwesterly winds starting to build across New South Wales. And because of that, we have elevated fire dangers that continue across northern parts of Victoria, but extend tomorrow into southern parts of New South Wales as well. Now, moving through from Friday afternoon and into Saturday, that's when we have a strong cold front that crosses the southeast for Victoria and Tasmania, bringing a much colder air mass behind it, but significantly, it pushes that trough northwards with those elevated fire dangers expected to move into eastern, inland and northern parts of New South Wales. Now, this includes the Sydney Metro and the Illawarra Shoalhaven districts, where fire weather warnings are likely to be issued for these districts on Friday. So it's going to be a hot and windy day across southeastern parts of the country. Now's a good time to stay up to date with our latest forecasts and warnings via the Bureau website, app and social media. Otherwise, we'll see you again next time. Bye for now.